Hey guys, welcome to my review of this very awesome Ka-Bar Dozier. And really this is kind of a folding knife that I feel like a lot of people just kind of overlook. And honestly, for a long time I overlooked it until they came out with these really awesome colorations. And this one is in olive drab. The handle scales are olive drab, and then the blade is obviously blackened. And that really kind of turned me onto the knife a little bit more. And I've been carrying it for probably about the past month, and I really like it. So mostly I just see it as just kind of a little everyday carry knife. Not really something that's a tactical or a defensive blade. Mostly just everyday carry, utility type stuff. And in that it excels. It's a really just kind of simple, just simple elegance. It just really does the job well. So getting the blade here, it's made out of AUS 8A steel, which I do like that steel. It's a good all-around steel. It's cost effective. It holds the edge well. It's easy to resharpen. The only real downside is that it can rust fairly easily, but that black coating does help with the corrosion resistance. And I haven't really had any issues with rust at all. It's performed great, and the blade shape on there I really like. Has a good amount of belly in there so that it slices well. The tip is precise enough that you can do stuff like taking out splinters, but yet it's not overly delicate. It's strong enough. It's hollow ground. I really like that. You do have a flat up there on the top of the blade if your sharpening system requires that. So overall the blade's just really well done. And so far that black coating has been pretty durable. Hasn't really worn off. Has scratched a little bit, as you can see, but it's still there, so I'm pretty happy with that blade. The opening mechanism on here, as you can tell, is a thumb stud, and it's really well designed. As you can see, it just sticks out past the handle a little bit. I like that. It's easy to get to, has some knurling on there, doesn't cut up your thumb. It's just easy to get to, easy to open up that knife. So really nice job on that. It is just one-sided, as you can tell, but if you're a lefty, you can just take out that little torque spit right there and swap it over to the other side. So nicely done. Now your locking mechanism on here is just a standard back lock, simple Simon. I like that. No, nothing fancy, nothing too innovative about that. Just a simple back lock, and it works well. The lockup on there is nice and tight. I do have just a tad bit of up and down play, but nothing, out of the realm of reason. It's, totally acceptable. And as you'll tell on here, your handles are just Zytel handles. No steel liners in there. I really like that. That helps it keep the weight down a lot. This thing only weighs 2.3 ounces, so that's excellent. And that back lock also keeps it very thin, so it's thin and lightweight. And that just makes it very easy to carry. And it's really one of those knives that you can carry a lot and just not really notice it. It's just kind of disappears in your pocket, and I really like that. Now your grip on there is you just have kind of a diamond checkering on your handle scales there. I like that. And you also notice that so that it doesn't shred your pocket, they put that Ka-Bar emblem right there in the middle on both sides, so your clip kind of rests on that, so it doesn't really shred your pockets or anything like that. You can adjust that pivot point with a torque spit screw right there. Now getting into your clip, you can also swap that clip to both sides. Now it is tip up carry only, which I prefer. I'm totally happy with that, but you can swap that clip to both sides. So this is a very ambidextrous knife if you want it to. If you're a lefty, it's going to work great for you. That clip is well designed. I like it a lot because it's just very simple. It's not huge, it's not flashy. It's just nice blackened, simple clip, very strong. You're not going to lose the knife, and just works well. If there is any problem with the clip at all, it is mounted just a little bit low, so you got about that much of the knife sticking out of your pocket. I wish that they would have, just maybe moved that clip up a little, maybe found a different spot for your lanyard hole. I feel like if they moved your lanyard hole off to the side, maybe, then you could have maybe pushed that clip up a little. And speaking of that lanyard hole, it is nice. It's big enough that you could probably fit, maybe one strand of paracord through there pretty easily and not have any issues. Your blade centering on there, pretty good. Not perfect, but good enough. So overall, it's just a very simple, just well-designed knife. It's just got the features that you'd want in a good little everyday carry knife. Lightweight, thin, and affordable. It comes in right around 25 bucks. So that's just excellent. it's just something that you can afford to carry and use and not really worry about it too much. And I love it. It's just great. So they also, you know, do a good job at coming out in lots of different variants of it. You can get a black handle, satin blade if you want. I believe they also have, you know, like pink handles, orange handles. So you know, maybe if you want an orange handle for hunting, I think they have that. So it's just an excellent knife. So let's get into competitive options here just a little bit. If I had to, you know, maybe steer you towards something else, maybe the Spyderco Bird Meadowlark 2. This is a nice little knife, has the FRN scales, gives you good traction, and this one has more of a thumb ramp, and I don't know if I mentioned the jimping on here. The jimping is pretty good, kind of medium quality jimping. It's not really to the level of Spyderco, but it is nice, provides pretty decent traction. I don't feel like I'm ever gonna, you know, drop this knife, and you know, you don't need a ton of traction because it is just a little everyday carry knife. So it's totally good. This does provide some more traction because you do have that thumb ramp and a little bit better jimping. So maybe look into the Meadowlark, similar price range. You do get steel liners in there, similar weight also, but you don't get the cool colorations and stuff on here. Maybe the Kershaw Chill. This is a very lightweight knife. Think about an ounce lighter than this. That's crazy. This thing's like 1.5 ounces. It's a thumb flipper design, and of course I'd screw that up on camera. It's actually pretty easy to get open. I don't know why. There we go. So thumb flipper design on there. It is a liner lock, so maybe not quite as strong, but these liners are pretty tough. Hardened steel it's tougher than you'd think. So this is an excellent knife. Check out my review on that if you're interested in that. But it's actually also kind of a similar design to the Spyderco H1 Salt. If you look at this, obviously this is a much different steel. This is much more corrosion resistant, but no steel liners, simple clip, back lock, pretty similar design. So if you have any questions about this knife, feel free to ask those in the comments. Please rate and subscribe if you liked what you saw. I'd really appreciate it. Everyone have a nice day, and thanks for watching.